Is this the man who be beating me?
No, the nigga who loves her.
No,
she spits on my face. This is the
most toxic shit y'all ever seen.
She spits in my face and punches me. Mars, not even punch Mars. I didn't even hit her. I was just like. Bitch, I'll fucking kill you, bitch.
That fucking pussy like. You want to do shit?
No. Bitch, I'll fucking kill you, bitch. Hey man, real say shit. You already know what the fuck is going on. So we posted here today to talk about the current situation with KanKan and his domestic abuse situation and shit. And it's kind of crazy. I feel like this is a lingering problem in rap. And that shit is like the fact that niggas be letting people just like hit girls and shit, and then they just don't even give a fuck. And I feel like by niggas, I'm not talking about the fans and shit, because obviously, like, what the fuck is a fan gonna do? Like, I cannot hate on a fan of a rapper, because it's like, they probably knew this person before this whole situation, and they don't really know the full extent of it. And the fans, they don't, I feel like it's different from a fan and a business shouting someone out. So a fan is just someone that's just gonna like your shit and fuck with your shit. But a business partner, like fucking with someone like that, is really bad, because number one, you're just promoting that on like a business level, putting money behind that shit, and number two, it's also just like, damn, this is who's representing your business and shit. So I'm gonna get more into it. So basically, KanKan has a whole situation that's like really fucking bad. Like, this nigga basically, like, when you look up this nigga, like, his music is doing well, but this like videos of him like abusing his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, Candy Cat or whatever the fuck her name is like gruesome as fuck, and that shit damn near has more videos than this nigga's music. So I don't know how he's ever gonna get signed or something, but it probably doesn't even matter because he's probably independent. But I don't know, you can beat the videos for yourself. Just gruesome as fuck. Like, his videos documented like paperwork of him getting arrested for beating his girlfriend, videos of him shooting at his girlfriend, videos of her like cut up and shit. It's just so fucking, it's just, I don't know, man. I just had to fucking talk about this shit, because I feel like if niggas are just gonna sit and pretend like this shit ain't happening and this shit is cool, like, it's just crazy, man. And it's just like a L. Like, I don't know how niggas can associate with that shit. And it's different from fans associating with it, because y'all don't really even pay like that big of a role in these people's lives. But it's like, I don't know how, like, for instance, like, Half Evil be repping this nigga. That's like some lame ass shit that you might as well be repping like R. Kelly at this point. Like, this nigga really like beat the shit out of his girl and shit. So it's just like, I don't even know how the fuck niggas still think that shit fly, think that shit, like, saying, oh, we can separate the person from the music. Like, nah, bro, that's just not wanting to hold niggas at accountability because you like their music. But it's like, I don't know, does this nigga's music even transcend the world that much that he can do whatever he wants like that shit and niggas don't care? I mean, in the rap realm of shit, it doesn't really seem like people care too much. Like, his fans, there's some people that do care, but it's crazy that niggas really fuck with this nigga to the point where they're like down to put him and represent like their business. Half people had a whole event with this nigga and headlining show in fucking LA, and these niggas claim to be on that woke shit, but then when it comes to supporting people that, like, there's so many other artists that you could fuck with that don't like beat women and shit, you know? But it's just crazy, and it's just like the videos of that shit is just gruesome. Like, and she really be explaining her story and shit, and then his fans are just hella ignorant, just saying shit. But it's like, those niggas are like 15-year-olds, probably never had a girlfriend in their life and shit. But it's like, this really be people's lives, man. And the argument that it's like, I don't know, why doesn't she leave? Which is what he says when defending himself. If he was hitting her, why doesn't she leave? It's like the lamest argument ever, because it's like so see-through. Obviously, this nigga has money, and it's like, if you are taking a broken person from a broken home that doesn't have a good situation, and they're around you and they're moving from state to state, going from place to place, like how this nigga probably is, like doing shows, doing all this other shit, like how do you expect them to be able to fucking just up and leave, especially they don't have hella bread like that? Like, where are they supposed to fucking go, you know? So it's just kind of crazy that niggas be saying that. That's like the classic excuse for that shit. When a nigga says that shit, like that's how you know, bro. That's how you know that shit is a dub, and the nigga probably doing that shit, man. And it's like, this nigga really needs to, I don't know. If it's not the case, they need to handle that publicity and control that shit, because it looks really bad. It's just hella bad when the top videos that you look up a person is like the situation they're having some fucking abuse shit. And it's honestly wouldn't be surprising. I hope it's not the situation that it looks like, but I mean, if it smells like shit, then it probably is shit. You feel me? Like, if you could literally have like 5 different occasions of evidence over that shit, just like these videos and shit, man, it's just like, man, come on, man. Like, it's just not right. And it just kind of baffles me that niggas just don't even care. But maybe it's just because he's not big enough for people to care. But I mean, I don't know. Niggas should probably fucking at least acknowledge it. Niggas don't even really acknowledge it. He acknowledged it on a story one time, and that was it. But I still see niggas like bigger platforms rocking with this nigga, and it's just gonna be interesting to see, like, these businesses and stuff are gonna be rocking with this nigga. But then it's like, I don't know, watch this nigga like kill a girl or some shit, or do some crazy shit, like shoot someone like he says in the video. Then they're gonna be like backpedaling, like, oh no, we didn't fuck with this nigga. It's like, if you're putting money behind someone, it's best that you just don't fuck with someone that's so controversial. And there's like honestly probably thousands of other artists that are equally talented that don't be doing that shit. So man, it's just kind of sad to see, especially like nowadays with social media and shit, that people just don't even care. But it's just like, I don't know, at the same time, like, if someone is really big, like, you're only really talking about their audience, so it's like only really his audience cares, because it's not like this nigga is Drake or anything and has like the mainstream appeal. So only the people, I guarantee that it's probably like the people that know about him are the people that are fans about him. You feel me? Like, niggas that don't know him, like, what's a better way to say this? Like, the niggas that actually know who KanKan is are like most likely his fans, and then a lot of people probably just don't even know who he is, so that it doesn't even matter to them, like, the situation, because they can't put a name to the face. But if you're a fan of him and you don't feel some type of way about this, I don't even know how you're a fucking human being or some shit. Like, niggas be really real deal living in denial, saying she like beat herself up and shit, and it's just like, I can't believe these fans and like fucking companies. Really, I mean, I can believe the fans because they're lame as fuck. They have no lives, probably like 15-year-olds and shit. But like, how the fuck do these companies put money behind someone that's straight up doing that shit? That's like fucking putting money behind like 2009 Chris Brown right after him beating Rihanna. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. I feel like it's like a bigger problem within the rap industry, because you look at like the situation with KanKan, you look at the situation with Tory Lanez, you look at the situation with Ken Carson, you look at the situation with those type of niggas. Like, look at the situation with Tyga, but that's not really a good example because he doesn't have like a core fan base. But it seems like these niggas can really do whatever, and their fan base is just gonna justify it just because the music is about being hard and shit. But it's really like the majority of the fan base is all like fucking like teenager white people. So I feel like niggas just don't even give a fuck. But at the end of the day, these are people's lives, and I'm not asking you to or telling you to fucking police that shit and go like out of your way and be like, hey, can you? Nah, like, it's like, why support that shit? Like, even just like looking at that shit, fucking like streaming that shit, like showing that shit, like, it's just not like, why support that when there's so many other artists that you can support that aren't like that? That's the biggest question, especially when the nigga's music is good, but it's nothing that we haven't heard before. You feel me? Like, it's not like it's like fucking revolutionary, like changing my ear sounds or some shit, like fucking changing the way that I've ever listened to music in my whole goddamn life. Like, nah, bro. It's like some like whole lot of red type shit. So that's my thoughts on the situation. But hey, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you think that I'm wrong, if you think that in the situation I misjudged it, if you think that I fucking am not saying the story right, or if you think that like there's more to the story and I'm the one really wrong. Like, let me know in the comments. Or if I'm right, let me know. But hey, real say shit. You already know what the fuck going on. Like, comment, subscribe. Got new clothes dropping soon as fuck. Fucking face masks, hooded face masks, balaclavas and shit. This shit real stay safe shit, man. I put it on when my hair is fucking just got dead. You already know, nigga. But hey, real stay safe shit. We out.